As the world's longest reigning monarch, it's no surprise that Queen Elizabeth II had accumulated a vast fortune over her lifetime. The monarchy has a net worth of £72.5 billion, which, when converted to dollars, roughly estimates $88 billion. While Her Majesty boasts of a personal net worth of £350 million, as one of the most influential people in the world, the Queen of England had very expensive tastes. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the 10 most expensive things owned by Queen Elizabeth II. From her art collection to her royal residences, the Queen has amassed quite a fortune over her lifetime. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the 10 most expensive things owned by Queen Elizabeth II. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. 10. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace has been the official London residence of the United Kingdom's sovereigns since 1837. Today, it also functions as the monarch's administrative headquarters. The palace has 775 rooms, including 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest beds, 188 servant bedrooms, 92 offices, and 78 bathrooms. In addition, there are 78 restrooms. The front of the construction is 108 meters long. The depth, including the central quadrangle, is 120 meters, and the height is 24 meters, according to the measurements. Every year, about 50,000 guests are welcome to the palace for events such as state banquets, lunches, dinners, receptions, and garden parties. The Queen also hosts monthly audiences with the Prime Minister at Buckingham Palace, as well as receptions for newly appointed ambassadors from other nations. The palace is the most expensive palace that the Queen owns. It is thought to cost around $4.9 billion. 9. Sandringham Estate. Sandringham House is a much-loved private country home of Queen Elizabeth II, located in Norfolk, England. It is a multi-purpose estate that has played host to a number of important royal events. The British royal family became the owners of the Sandringham Estate in 1862 when it was purchased as a country house for Edward VII, who was then the Prince of Wales, and his soon-to-be wife Alexandra of Denmark. The Sandringham Estate is comprised of 20,000 acres of land. A magnificent fireplace can be seen inside the palace, in addition to a dining room that has a traditional appearance. The total cost of the palace is over £55 million, making it one of the most expensive estates that the Queen has. 8. Art Collection. The Queen's Gallery, which is located in Buckingham Palace, is where the Queen keeps her most valuable and priceless works of art. These are just a few of the 1 million pieces that come from a wide variety of nations. There are a total of 1 million. A little more than 2,000 artifacts make up the Chinese and Japanese collection. Some of the items in this collection include porcelains, lacquers, jades, silk hangings, musical instruments, and many other things. In addition to all of these things, there is also a Dutch art collection on the royal palace, and the Queen has been collecting pieces for this collection for the past 500 years. The enormous value of the Queen's art collection is believed to come in at a stunning 10 billion British pounds overall. 7. Balmoral Castle. Royal Deeside is located in the county of Aberdeenshire in northeastern Scotland. The region is home to Balmoral Castle, which has been the official Scottish residence of the British royal family since it was purchased by Prince Albert as a gift for Queen Victoria in 1852. The castle is valued at over $140 million, according to estimates. The region is characterized by its abundance of mountains and breathtaking beauty. 6. Range Rover. Queen Elizabeth has chosen to drive cars from the best British brands throughout her 70 years on the throne, but her love affair with Land Rovers has lasted her entire time. Land Rovers have taken the Queen to and from many important events, but she has also been seen driving many times. The Queen's father, King George VI, was given the 100th Land Rover made in 1948. This was the first time the royal family was involved with the brand. The Land Rover was a car that could be used by anyone in any situation. It looked just as good covered in mud and straw as it did neatly parked on a residential street. That is, it was the perfect car for Her Majesty to be photographed in. People say that her Range Rover cost a huge £10 million. 5. Hillsborough Castle. Hillsborough Castle is a beautiful building that was Queen Elizabeth II's official residence in Northern Ireland. It was a big part of King Charles III's first days as monarch. While Queen Elizabeth II was famous for spending most of her time at places like Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, and Sandringham Estate. Hillsborough Castle was her official home in Northern Ireland, and she went there several times in a year. The 100-acre opened in 2019 after a 5-year renovation that completely changed the way the building looks inside. All of the castle is worth £81 million. 4. Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle is in the town of Windsor, which is in the county of Berkshire. It is just outside of London. Visitors can go to Windsor Castle all year long, and it's easy to get to since it's only 20 miles west of Buckingham Palace. The inside of Windsor Castle is just as beautiful as the outside, from the beautiful Crimson Room to the luxurious banquet area. There are more than 1,000 rooms and about 300 grand fireplaces in the Flora area, which is about 484,000 square feet in size. But that's not the only thing the castle has to offer. One of the most visited rooms is the one with Queen Mary's dollhouse, which was made by over 1,500 craftsmen in the 1920s. The Windsor dollhouse is without a doubt one of the biggest and most detailed miniature homes in the world. Inside the model home, you can find running water, electricity, flush toilets, lifts, a fully stocked wine cellar, and a miniature library with original handwritten stories. The castle cost $574 million altogether. 3. Holyrood House. When visiting Scotland, the Queen stays at Holyrood Palace. The palace has a lot of beautiful French and Flemish tapestries from around 500 years ago. In the northwest tower, there is a narrow staircase that leads to the oldest part of the palace. This is where the Mary Queen of Scots chambers are. These rooms have stories of murder and intrigue. They also have the original oak ceiling from when she lived there from 1561 to 1567. The ruins of the medieval Holywood Abbey are next to Holyrood House. The rufous nave Gothic windows, vaulted windows, and Romanesque arcading show how this once grand building looked. Every day, palace wardens lead tours of the abbey that talk about its history, myths, and legends. The Holywood mansion as a whole is worth £3.7 billion. 2. Bentley State Limousine. The Bentley State Limousines are official state cars that were constructed by Bentley for Queen Elizabeth II on the occasion of her Golden Jubilee in 2002. The Jubilee was to celebrate the Queen's 50 years as monarch. The standard Bentley Arnage is 83 centimeters shorter than the state limos, which are also 25.5 centimeters taller and 6.8 centimeters broader than the standard model. They come outfitted with a large coach door that swings almost all the way around to the back of the vehicle. It is possible to attach opaque panels over the rear windows of the cars to increase the level of seclusion, or these panels can be removed to increase the level of visibility of the occupants. The bodywork and the glass are both armored for the purpose of protecting the passengers within. In the event of a gas attack, the cabin is capable of being hermetically sealed and is also blast resistant. The tires have a Kevlar reinforcement woven into them. Blue flashing lights are standard equipment for the limousines used by the state. The decoration of a Scottish lion, as well as the Royal Standard and Shield for Scotland, are both presented here. 1. Jewelry Collection. For the top one on our list, it's the Queen's Jewelry Collection. The majority of the items are from other countries and were either transported to the United Kingdom as a result of coups and revolutions during the Civil War, or were obtained as gifts for the monarch. The jewelry was most likely made in the 19th or 20th century. The crown jewels are only seen on someone's person during coronations and other solemn events, such as banquets. In total, Queen Elizabeth II's collection includes more than 300 pieces of jewelry, including 98 brooches, 46 necklaces, 37 bracelets, 34 pairs of earrings, 15 rings, 14 watches, and 5 pendants. Her entire collection of jewelry is valued at $3.48 billion worth collectively. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more videos from our channel, subscribe and make sure to turn on the bell icon.